Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being with me here today for this video, which is going to be my year review of the OPI Advent Calendar that I purchased holiday 2022. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the OPI Advent Calendar and whether or not I think it was worth it, stick around, we're getting into that now. So this is the piece of the box, like from the calendar. I kept it and I had it tucked down into where I also cut out the key. So this was a piece of the exterior of the back of the box that had all of the shade names and the colors. And yeah, I had started making notes on some, like little checks and stuff as to which ones I had used and such, but I wasn't able to keep up with that for very long because that's just how I am. Anyway, this little basket here is where I have kept all of my OPI minis. It was just fortunate for me that I had found this cute little basket at the thrift store, and it actually fits all of the polishes perfectly. As a matter of fact, I think I'm missing one because I see that there's a space right here. So let me go grab that, one sec. My bad, I was actually missing 3. So, oh yeah, that's what it was. I had all the ones that had color in there, and then I had 2 overflows, the 2 clear ones. Real quickly, I want to just run you through about like the cost of this Advent calendar, how I got it, and all that. So last year, I saw this Advent calendar come up on the Ulta website and the app in around late October or maybe early November. I thought to myself, let me go ahead and buy the Advent calendar at full price, which was $80. It was $80 USD on the Ulta website for the year 2022, which I thought was really expensive. I didn't really have much experience with OPI at that time. As a matter of fact, I don't think I had any OPI nail polishes in my collection, not even one at that time. So I figured that they would be a great way for me to get to know the brand, get a variety of colors, and just get to test out their formulas, see if I like the way the polishes perform, see what they're like when I remove them, especially some of their glitters, because every brand does glitters differently. Some glitters are really, really hard to remove. Some glitters come off in one fell swoop, which I truly appreciate. So I was just really curious. Plus, it came with a quick dry and a quick dry top coat and a base coat. So, I thought it was a really good set. And it also included one of the nail treatments. The nail treatment is the one that I've actually used the most. You can see all the usage that I have there. The clear bottles are also ones that I got some good use out of. Can you see it's down here? That's where the fill line is. Here's the other one. This was the top coat. I can tell because it's got a tiny bit of a pink tinge. The fill line is down here. I currently don't have anything on my nails. I just took my nail polish off about an hour ago. And I'm going to redo my nails, which is what made me think of this video. Because I thought to myself, should I use one of the OPI minis? I do have these in a year-long project pan. Wait, I do have these in a year-long project polish where I had the intent to use all of these polishes up, or as much as possible to at least use all of the, okay, wait, start over. My intent was to use all of the polishes at least once so that I could get to know them and see whether or not I liked the color and the formula. But I had selected like 5 shades that I wanted to try to finish the bottle completely. I have them marked here. So the 5 shades that I have underlined, this one, the red, that burgundy. Where's the others? This one and that one. Those were the 5 shades that I put in my project polish to try to finish completely. So I'm going to quickly run you through some of these polishes so that you can see how much or how little usage I got out of them. And then at the end of me showing you each of those, I'm going to explain to you my final thoughts as to whether or not I think this advent calendar is worth it. Would I buy it again? Did I enjoy it? Etc., etc. Okay. And do I think it would make a good gift? Here is one of the shades. I do have each of the bottles with the color listed in my original video about unboxing the OPI Advent Calendar. So if you missed the unboxing and want to check that out, I will have that video up here in the eye and down below in the description box. Check that video out when this one's over if you need more information or just to see the start of the project and all of that. So this one is a little bit separated. I got a little bit of use out of it. The fill line is about right here, but not a lot. If I remember correctly, I wasn't really a big, huge fan of this, although I did like the shade. It just takes too many coats to build up. This is the blue glitter one. This one I did use in several of my manis. I will say that this was very, very difficult to remove. I made the mistake of putting this on my toes at one point, and whoa, that was not fun to take off. Okay, here's one that I got a lot of use out of. I really like this color. You see where the fill line is. The fill line is down to here. Okay, you can kind of see it goes almost to the very bottom of the OPI. It's of the O. Yeah, so I used a lot of this one. I really like that one a lot. That was one of the shades that I decided I was going to try to get a full-size bottle of. There's a few of these that I wanted full-size full sizes from, and I'll be sure to indicate that as each one goes by. Now here's another one that I use. This is like a silvery frosty polish, and I got a little bit of use out of it. The fill line is down to there. Here is the white. Is this the white? No. Here's a frosty white that I didn't use very much, but you can, it's got some separation. So it's got a little bit of separation where it needs to be mixed, but you can see that's where it is right now currently. Here's one that I did kind of use a lot. Oh, I got my dog hair stuck to it. I used this one several times. It does have some separation, but it is underneath the line there on the glass, if you can see that. I did use it after I had made that mark several times. So I got some good use out of this one. And I actually would like this one in a full size. Now here is one that I thought was a really beautiful color. I did get some good use out of it. I wore it a few times considering how deep and dark it is. The fill line is down to here on the side. Now, is this the one? Nope, I can open this one. Some of these, the lid got stuck after one use and I wasn't able to use it again. And I know specifically which one that is. I'll show you that when it comes by. Here's one that was in the project polish. This was where it was at, but I have since then used it some more. So it is a little bit lower than that, if you can see. Here's one that is in the project polish, and I did use it more than this line, but it looks like it's more used than it is just because it's got a little bit of separation. So you can see that there's a clear top layer there, but it is kind of low. This is the Alpine White. Did use this one a few times. I did not like the formula of this. Yeah, there were very few of these actually that I enjoyed enough to buy a full size of. Here is one of those. I picked up a full size of this pink one because I really liked it, and I had just happened to stumble across it at Walmart. Marshall's for $3 or $4.99. So I was like, I'll go ahead and get it. This one is Strawberry Margarita. I remember that just because I used it a lot on my toes, and there's the fill line, but it is a little bit lower than the fill line. I don't know if you can tell that. It's a little hard to see through the bottle for the camera sometimes. Here's one that I did end up picking up a full size of, and I didn't mean to, but I did. It's okay. The color is okay. It's not bad. It's just, I don't know. I don't see myself wearing it enough to have gotten a full size of it. But again, I came across it at Marshall's for a really low price. And it was shortly after hold on. This particular shade, I had come across the full-size bottle at Marshall's for about $3 or $4.99, and I had recently just picked up this advent calendar when I saw the full size, but I hadn't opened the advent calendar yet because I had bought the calendar early thinking that I was going to do a video on it so that people who wanted to buy it could know like what's in it and stuff, but I ended up doing it like after it went on sale for Black Friday. I highly recommend waiting for Black Friday to buy this thing because literally 2 weeks after I bought this for full price at $80, it went to half price for Black Friday on the Sephora site. And I was not happy about that. I hardly used this blue. It was okay, but it just wasn't my favorite. Here's the one that I have the most use out of. This is Big Apple Red from OPI. Whoa. This is in the Project Polish. The fill line is down to here, okay? It is all the way down to there. Not sure if you can tell, but I got a really, really good use out of, like a good amount of usage out of this. I used this predominantly on my toes as my toe polish, and so that's where I got the most use out of it. And honestly, had I used it on my fingernails, I probably would have gone through this a lot more because my toes have like a smaller surface area, generally speaking. So, I don't know. But yeah, I did pick this up in a full-size bottle. I really, really like the shade of red. The formula is all right. I do have other reds that I prefer from other brands, but like as far as the formula is concerned, but I really love the shade. And, you know, I had found that bottle at Marshall's for cheap. So I was like, okay, here's one that has some separation. I barely used this one. This is like a frosty kind of a glittery sheen, and it's not fun to take off. So I used it one time and that was it. I used this one several times, 3 times as a matter of fact, but it looks like it's got a ton of usage out of it because of the fact that it literally takes 3 to 4 coats in order to have like a really good color payoff and to not be so sheer. And I really love the color of it, especially in the sunshine, but it's too sheer of a formula for me to enjoy building it up to get the color opacity that I enjoyed. So I don't think I'll be buying a full size of that, even though I really like the color once it's all said and done. It's just too much hassle for me. Here's one that I used a few times. I don't really like it that much because it's one of those like really, really small glitter particle formulas. It's like a shimmer or something. And wait, no, this is the one that I thought the other one was. What? Now I'm confusing myself. Oh yeah. This is the one that I thought this one was. This is a gold and I don't really like it that much. My bad. This is the one that I got more use out of. It's like the color of a penny. You can see that I have the usage line under the black line of where I thought I was going to be finished at it for, I think maybe I did like an update video, and that's why they have lines. So you can see that I did get more usage out of it after that update video. I really like that one a lot. Here's one that, something got in my mouth. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Here's one that if you don't have any polishes and you only had this advent calendar, this would make a really great color for work, like a neutral office color. I thought I was going to get more use out of it, and it is kind of pretty, but what made me not use these overall, let me just get through the rest of them and then I'll tell you. Here's another one. I got a little bit of use out of it, but this is a red glitter sparkle and it is not fun to take off. So I did not like using that at all. I do not like the OPI glitter formula. It is such a hassle to remove. Not my favorite at all. Here is a beautiful flat like grape purple, and I did get some good use out of this one. I continued to use it a little bit even after the first project update. So hopefully you can see that the usage is down to here. Where's the line? Yeah, it's just underneath the line. That one was in the Project Polish to try to use up. Here's one that I only got to use one time, and then for whatever reason, the bottle stuck closed. This is OPI ink. I cannot use it again. It's a really beautiful, like deep, deep, deep indigo. Is it blue? Is it purple, violet kind of color? It's really, really, ink is a great name for it. It's like the color of blue ink, and it's so dark that you can't tell that it's blue, you know, that kind of a color. And I was only able to use it once because the lid got stuck. So when I saw this big one, like, oh, shit, oh my God, when I saw that one in a big bottle at the Marshalls that I frequent, I went ahead and picked that one up so that I could, you know, actually experience that shade. And that's how I ended up getting to know the shade, was through a big bottle, because I never was able to open this one back up. Even my husband tried to open it. I don't know. I didn't want to like break the lid off or whatever. Here is a really dark one that I used a couple of times. It's a really deep purple, but I didn't use it any more than that. And I did get a little bit of use out of this blue, but that, like, it looks like I used it a lot, even more so after the update. You can kind of see that it's just like a little bit underneath the line. And that's because it takes so many coats to build up. It takes 3 coats to get a nice solid color. I did use that as an undie for one of my glitter indie polishes, and I kind of liked it like that. But overall, I didn't really like this shade. It was more of like a white-based polish, and because of that, I just didn't really enjoy the formula and the way that it applied, or the way that it looked once it dried. And that's it. Those were all of the bottles. So now let me tell you if I think that I felt like it was worth it. Do I feel like I got $80 worth of my money out of those little bottles? I'm going to say no. I feel like I got ripped off. Okay. I probably, like, I could have taken it back and gotten the discount because it was still within the time window to return it, but I didn't want to do that, and I should have. Would I have enjoyed this set more had I got it for 50% off at the price point of $40? Yeah, I probably would have enjoyed this set more for $40, but even at $40, I feel like this is a little bit of a waste, unless you're giving this as a gift to someone, or unless you have like no nail polish and you're just trying to start off to test all the different colors and stuff like that, like I was, like you didn't have any OPI at all and you want to find out about it. I feel like that's a good way to get like good enjoyment out of this little set. But overall, the reason why I don't think that it's an enjoyable gift to receive, other than initially, like as the year goes on, this set becomes more of a pain in the ass to use. And the reason is because these little bottles right here are just so unpleasant to try to paint your nails with. Like the brush is teeny tiny, the lid is teeny tiny. It's just, it makes painting your nails not so fun, especially if you have any kind of surface area at all. Now, if you're talking about your like pinky toe and you've got like no pinky toe hardly, then it's fine. It's great for that. As a matter of fact, if like the part to hold it had been a little bit bigger and better, I probably wouldn't have minded these little brushes for my toes, because except for my big toe. On my big toe, it was a little bit of a pain to paint because I have more surface area and these brushes are so skinny and the tops are so little, and I just didn't really enjoy using the bottles because of that. Now, I did also learn that I'm not really a fan of the OPI formula. They have beautiful colors, a lot of really pretty colors, but I don't really like, it's kind of like a thin application. And so, I don't know, I feel like my preferred type of formula is Essie. I really like that like thick, self-leveling, really beautiful cream, like luscious formula. It's like a fluffy formula that Essie has, whereas OPI has like a really thin, flat formula. And I mean, like, that's just a matter of personal preference. You might like that to not get your nails too thick, like the polish or whatever, but I personally prefer a thicker layer of polish each time I apply it, and one that self-levels. I don't feel like the OPI formula typically self-levels very well. There were a couple of the creams that did, like this purple is really good at self-leveling, and so was the strawberry margarita, that one was, and also the watermelon shade. The watermelon shade was good at self-leveling too. The Big Apple Red was okay, but not as good as these others that were a little bit thicker. So would I repurchase this even at 50% off now? If I had the opportunity to go back and get it for 50% off, knowing what I know now, would I repurchase this set at 50% off? I'm going to say no, especially because you can just pick and choose the colors that you would prefer to pick up in a full size that are easier to hold, easier to paint your actual toes and fingers with, and you can get them for a super discounted price if you have access to like a TJ Maxx or a Marshalls nearby. So I feel like even though the bottles are usually more like a $10 to $12 price point, you can get them around $3 or $4. And I feel like that's more of the price that I feel like OPI should be priced at, based off of how I feel the formula is in comparison to a lot of the other like mainstream, well-known brands. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the OPI Advent Calendar and whether or not I would pick it up again. I do think it makes for a fun gift. It's a great gift to give somebody, especially maybe somebody in their teens, or somebody that is new to nail polish, or somebody that just likes nail polish a lot and maybe hasn't experienced this brand. I feel like for those types of situations, as a gift especially, this is a good set. But I personally wish that I hadn't have picked it up and that I would have just saved my money. So I don't even want to use these anymore. I feel like, I don't know, I'm going to try to give them to somebody who might enjoy them. But yeah, I won't be buying the small bottles ever again. I hate the OPI minis. Out of all the minis that I have and that I've seen, I really hate the OPI minis the most as far as the shape. Yeah. So, and I also hate that they don't put the names on the bottle at all. Like, I literally had to keep this paper and reference it, which is kind of annoying, you know? But anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you found my OPI Advent Calendar series helpful in any kind of way or enjoyable. And yeah, thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.